So a lot of people have been asking me about the Hare 2.0. They're like,
bruh, how do you feel about that shoe? Do you think it's worth it? Is it not? What do you think?
Well, my package just came in the mail. I'm excited to open these things up, compare them to the Hare 7s, and really see if they're worth the money or not. Welcome back to the channel. What's up with you guys? How you doing? How you been? If you did not know by now, my name is DJ, and this is the DNA Show. Now, if you haven't already, it's all good, but go ahead and subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button, join the family, drop a comment down below, and let me know how your day is going. If you haven't already, smash the like button as well. That helps the algorithm oh so much. With that being said, I think it's time that we open these things up and get started with this review. Ooh. All right, we got it right here, the Air Jordan 7 Hare 2.0. Let's go ahead and open this thing up, compare them to the other shoe, and see what it's really talking about. Starting with the box, we have a flip open lid with the Air Jordan Jumpman logo here on the bottom corner in black. We have a large carry here on the top of the box, as you see where it flips open right here. On the other side of the shoe where it flips open, you have your classic Air Jordan logo in here on that side. Then you have a black Jumpman with the size tag here on the front of the box reading Air Jordan Retro SE, neutral gray / summit white. So let's go ahead and see what these things are talking about. I'm gonna put them right here next to the CDP 7s right here. So let's go ahead and open that as well, just so you guys know this is the CDP box. As you can see right there. So I'm gonna start these first, and then once I get them open and out the box, we'll compare these two and break it down a little bit. So opening the box, we have our classic Air Jordan 7 kind of style print here on the paper, and then you have your white paper that comes with that, and then you got the shoe. Ooh, we got the shoe. Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting one. So as I said before, I will be comparing the 2008 CDP pack Air Jordan 7 Hare to the new version right here. So I just wanna give you guys a quick glimpse of it, and then we'll start breaking down the shoe. Starting with the outsole, you have hits of white, black, purple, mint green, red, orange, and then you have this new translucent white hit here on the pods on the side and in the back of the foot. And then another big thing that stuck out obviously was the mint green here being more dominant compared to the white pod that was there on the midfoot. So as you can tell, it still has the similarities and the characteristics of it, but it's just tweaked a little bit. You have an all white midsole. Within your teeth on the side here, you have white and gray hits. And then as you can see, the sole where it wraps up to the side of the foot is still that translucent white area right here compared to the red that you would normally see on the Air Jordan 7. Working our way to the upper of the foot, this is probably one of the biggest, most controversial parts of the shoe. Some people like it, some people don't. Me, honestly, as I look at it and I feel it over the quality, it says it's a fox hair material. Some people think it's a pony hair. I'm not sure if you can really tell the difference or not between the two, but I do feel like it's a little bit longer and it has a little bit more feel to it. The color is supposed to be neutral gray. Honestly, it feels kind of like a bluish greenish kind of color to me. I'm not sure if that's just me that sees it that way, but I don't really see it as a gray as much as I thought I would when I see the shoe in hand. Working my way up to the laces, it looks like, again, another gray colorway. This is more of a gray to me on the color of the laces. And then it also comes with the second pair of laces here with some pink laces. I'm not mad at it. Again, I don't know if I would ever rock the pink laces with it, the gray laces either. Maybe a different color might help the shoe a little bit when it comes to the lace colors. One big thing that stands out to me is the tongue and the booty of the foot, because normally it's a red with a zigzag pattern here on the front of the tongue, but they just went all pink nylon around the whole thing. So it's a little bit more simple. But I think that's a very iconic piece of the Air Jordan 7, so it's hard for me to really like this one a lot. You have plastic lettering here attached to the front of the tongue with your classic Air Jordan 7 branding, and that is a little bit different as well because normally it's stitched on the tongue, so that might bring a little bit more of a premium vibe when it comes to it. But again, it's kind of hard for me to like this when I'm so used to a classic. Taking it to the ankle of the foot, you have an additional matching area right here that is pink with the white Jumpman. Just below that, you have a small white leather piece right here that's added to it. I think that might be basically one of the only leather pieces that is on the shoe. Actually, yeah, that's the only leather piece that I see on the shoe. Taking it to the heel of the foot, you have your classic Air Jordan 23 triangle branding here on the back with green and red with a purple 23. You have a neutral gray pull tab here on the back. And one big thing that a lot of people have questions about are these random numbers on the side that says 130014 space 100. This is the style code number for the original Air Jordan 7 that they had used, so they try to pay homage with that, adding that number here on the heel of the foot. Looking at the insole, you have your classic Air Jordan branding right here. So they kind of took the inspiration from the Jordan 7 tongue and put it here on the insole, but that's one piece that I really love about the shoe that I wish they would have accessorized more on the outer part of the foot, not the inner part of the foot. Okay, so I just showed you a couple comparison shots as I was describing this shoe, but now you can see it right next to it side by side and see the differences what I was talking about with the tongue, having the two different tones, the different stitching, the materials, having the nubuck with the leather here compared to the all fox hair all over the sneaker, and then wrapping around to the heel of the foot where there's nothing here, but then you have the number branded on the side right there. So there are obviously some different factors when it comes to what materials they used where, and then how they used different parts of the shoe that was iconic in different places on the shoe here with the newer version. If you look at the heel of the shoe, you can see that they took the same concept when it comes to the color blocking and everything. They just used different colors to switch it up a little bit. Another big thing, again, like I was talking about earlier, as you can see, it has pink right here and red right here, and then you have the pattern here on the top of the tongue, and then they just stayed fully pink all the way up, and then it wraps around and it's red in the back with pink in the back. So if this one would have had a pattern here on the tongue and stayed pink and pink in the back, that would have resembled the 7 a little bit more, and I feel like that's what kind of makes the Air Jordan 7 so iconic, because of that pattern on the tongue. Looking at the outsoles, you can obviously tell the difference between the two, how they use the same colors, they just moved it around a little bit, and that's again a preference thing for a lot of people. But for me, I know if it's a translucent sole or anything like this, it's gonna yellow, it's gonna get dirtier, it's gonna look worse over time. So I really love having the red pods here on the bottom. It's really hard to beat a classic when you have such an iconic colorway with something like this, and then step up with a version like this. I feel like they kind of dropped the ball when it came to the design, the colorway, and then obviously the price. That was a huge factor, because $250 is a lot for a shoe. I understand the materials and everything that goes along with it causes that price to go up, and it makes sense when it comes to the corporate side, but when it comes to the consumer side, a lot of people are preparing for this shoe to go to outlets and then make their buys from there. Again, I don't think it's worth $250, but again, everybody has their preferences, so please comment down below if you feel that this sneaker is worth $250, or if you think it's gonna hit outlets. How much do you think the shoe is actually worth? I would say this shoe maybe like $160, $170, something like that, might be more realistic when it comes to this shoe. But again, we know prices are going up, and it makes sense when it comes to the materials and everything like that. So obviously, as you can tell, I have been doing a lot of comparing with the second version compared to the first version, and you can tell from just my lingo, I like the first version a lot more than I like the second version. Honestly, I'm not a fan of this shoe at all. I don't think it's really a go for me. I feel like it's not really good for collecting purposes or anything, honestly, to have in the collection. It just doesn't make sense for me, and it's just not a buy. Honestly, I feel like it's not a buy. If you like the shoe, you like the shoe. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you actually like this shoe. Like, if you truly think this shoe is dope, you feel like it's worth it. I don't know if it's, especially don't think it's worth $250, but if you can get it for a discounted price, is it still worth buying the shoe for a discounted price? I feel like the best thing about this shoe, honestly, is the box. The box is super dope. I feel like they did a great job on that, but when it came to the shoe, again, just not feeling it. So I took the poll to Instagram like I always do. If you haven't followed me on there, I always like to post polls and see what people think and share the results with you guys on here. So I asked the question, which one do you like more? Do you like the Hare 1 or the Hare 2? Honestly, I'm surprised about even the 11%, because I know a lot of people love this shoe, but again, some people might be trolling, which I think they might be, or they just might actually think this shoe is better. If you think this shoe is better, that's fine. Again, this is my opinion. I'm excited to hear yours, but man, I'm surprised even 11% said this one. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, helping you see the difference between the 1.0 and the 2.0, where they went with it, where they got the inspirations, how they switched up the colors, all those different things. And then that might help you decide if you actually want to buy the shoe or not. And then please drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about these two shoes. Which one do you like more? Do you feel like this one even equates to this one? Does it even make sense to you? Was this just like them reaching? Was it dope as hell? Please let me know how you feel about the shoe down below in the comment section. So with that being said, my name is DJ. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I got to go. Peace.